let me speak to a former member of the House who is blue, as in on the MPP side. The Honorable Seth Ejeban, popularly known as Shaba, was NPP Member of Parliament for Nkoko. Honorable, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, my brother.
How are you doing outside Parliament?
Quite well. It's easy, and we're enjoying our new position.
No pressure on you at all? No clinics?
No boycotting.
I see that. So the boycott is what I really want to talk to you about. It appears there are two positions that have been taken. The government insists that it must prosecute what it deems a crime in the court. And James Jachikwueze is the suspect or the person who is the accused person in this case. The NDC says if that is going to be the case, they will not be in the chamber. Now, when two elephants fight, the business of government suffers, and that's what is happening now. What do you think of what is happening, and what do you reckon would be the way out of it?
Well, I think NDC has a right to boycott if they are not happy about certain issues. In the same way, we should also make sure that we do not stand in the way of the judiciary. This is a case, if we don't take care, we'll be influencing the stance of the judiciary. So I think the majority should just come up and find a way to negotiate to get them back to Parliament. Why judiciary is going ahead to do their work? Because if we continue in this tandem, it means that Ghanaians are suffering, and we have put them there to help us to get things done. So I think majority should just give the steps to invite them to the negotiation table. Yes, I don't want to say they should do this or that, but we should give the judiciary the chance to do what is right. They are trying the case, the lawyers are going, and I know in Ghana, they'll do the right. So it's not about, let's say, following up there that will influence the decision of the court. So I will plead with my brothers to come back and let's see how best we can move Ghana forward. If some few people want to go with him, that's okay. But to boycott the work of Parliament is something that we shouldn't do. From any side, if we happen one day in future, which is not possible for to be in the minority, I don't think I would still encourage our people to just boycott Parliament for days. Once a day or twice somewhere, that should be okay. But we should not hide behind it and use it to disrupt the work that is going on in Parliament. I want to plead with my brothers with the opposing side. Let's come together and look at Ghana first. Let's look at Ghana first. Whatever happens, the trial will get to an end. And I believe in our judges, they will do the right thing. They will do the right thing. We've had a case whereby Doblovo had his way against government. So I believe that judges will do the right thing. So our brothers will come back and let's see how best we can move the nation forward. We need them in Parliament. We need everybody there to be able to make the right decisions for the people of Ghana. So I think it's time we want to play with them. Come back and let's see how to judge and move Ghana forward. I'm sure the judiciary is going to do the right thing. I've a lot of confidence in them, and they will do the right thing at the right time. Let's play with my brother to come back.
You've mentioned the judiciary, you've mentioned Parliament, but the third arm, which you have not mentioned, which is actually the reason we are seeing what we are seeing, is the executive, which is prosecuting.
The executive is there. If they think it's the work of the executive, they should go picketing over there and tell them that we are not happy. But they don't go and put pressure on the judiciary because their presence there is intimidating. So I think that if the government side of Parliament should come down to engage with their colleagues, and they will understand. We've been there. It becomes so difficult. We join and we have a common ground to move on. And I believe judiciary is going to do the right thing.
Yeah, now, but my point is that the majority side...
Government is doing it. That is what you think. Why don't they go to the Flaster House?
Okay, so my point was that the NDC holds the view or is demanding that James Jachikwese's prosecution should be withdrawn. The Attorney General should not go to court. It appears that's the only way to get the NDC MPs to be in Parliament, unless, of course, a decision is made by the court in the coming days. Are you on the side of the people who hold the view And I'm referring to people like the Domahini, who is also a High Court judge, who hold the view that the Attorney General should file a nollie prosecution and discontinue the case, in which case there will be no need for James Jachikwesin to go to court, and in which case the NDC MPs will remain and do business. Or you think he should continue to be prosecuted, but negotiations should be held behind the scene to get the NDC MPs in? Sorry?
Do we have confidence in our judicial system?
Is that? Are you asking me that to make a point?
Yes.
I think just go ahead and make your point, sir.
Confidence in them. We should leave this to them to decide. I think we have competent judicial system in Ghana, and I believe in them. There are cases government have lost. So long as they are there, let us trust them to do the right thing. Let us trust them.
But you don't think the case should be taken out of court by the government?
If government decides to do that, that is the position of government. But we should not force the judiciary to do otherwise, or we should not pressure them to do anything.
Actually, no one is pressuring the judiciary. Let me just try and put this correct. So no one is putting pressure on the judiciary. In fact, the NDC has not mentioned the judiciary, even though some elements have said that the judiciary is being used for a purpose. But I'm saying that it appears the problems of Parliament are coming from the decision of the executive. And my question to you is whether you are on the side of the people who think nollie prosecutor should be entered, or you think that James Jachikwesin should be prosecuted so that a decision is taken, regardless of what the NDC MPs are doing in protest.
Well, I think we should allow the court to do their work. If court decides that at the end of it, they should set him free, they should set him free. Because other than that, it will be selecting of justice if it were somebody else. Would we say that maybe the person from CPP and they don't have the numbers, because he's from CPP, should be set free or should be prosecuted? We should leave the judiciary to do their work. I have confidence in them that if they think they should set him free, they will set him free. So we should not have the mindset that maybe this is something they are going to crucify him and make sure they put him in prison. No. I believe that the judges will do the right thing. That one, I have that confidence. So let's go ahead and pray for him, and let's see what is going to happen. But there's no way if he's right, somebody will say he's wrong.
Very well. Before you take leave of us, is a season of the NPP where you choose a flag bearer. Who are you supporting? We've seen people come out openly to support candidate or B. You have up to 10 on the ballot paper. Who are you voting for?
Fortunately, I'm not voting.
Why? Are you not a former MP, or you're not in the delegates list?
I'm not part of the delegates list because I was an MP aligning with MP, but I went to Parliament as independent.
That is very true.
I don't have the voting right to go and vote. And secondly, there should be people who will be able to say that enough is enough. So I don't need to support any of the candidates. So that when there are issues, if you are belonging to one faction, how do you find a way to talk to the other faction? So I think some people should be able to stand independently to say that, let's see who comes out. Whoever comes out, we work with the person to win power for MPP. So that is where I stand now. I don't want to follow any of the delegates. I don't want to align with any of them. And even I don't have the vote. But I'm praying that we should have a candidate that we can market to win this election. And whoever they decide to give to us, we'll go and work and make sure that we come back 2025 as a ruling party.
Do you still have an interest in running for Parliament?
That's a very good question. A politician is always a politician. If I have the opportunity, I'm looking at the grounds. I'm just working and looking at things. At the right time, I'll inform you. But I still have the desire to do it one day.
Are you still looking at going solo as an independent, or you want to align with a political party now?
Oh, now I've been engaged with my party, and I love my party, and I want to work for my party. So I'll look at that and make sure I'll go on the party ticket and become the candidate for the party if the opportunity is given. But we're still praying along the line. It could be certain that next year you see Shaba contesting. I think that this thing is somewhere February next year for the sitting MP. I have a young MP over there, and we are still monitoring him and looking at what he's doing.
Very well. Wish you all the best, and thank you for speaking to us.
I'm very grateful for giving the opportunity. Thank you.